Appreciate the handoff. Miku, thanks for putting the coffee on. You mapped out the Gulf Coast in the Midwest morning commute. Me, I'm looking at a different kind of map. The kind drawn across generations. Let's look at the geometry of Sierra Leone. BBC World Service drops an exclusive on the throne. The first lady of the state detailing the escape. How she ran from a forced marriage, breaking the shape. They tried to trade her to an old man, treated like a prize. Just a child in a system built on ancient lies. Now she sits in the high seat, holding the political weight. From a stolen childhood to directing the state. That's the headline. But let's look at the foundation underneath. This is the oldest blueprint in the history of power. Building a throne from the seeds of a stolen flower. They sell the quiet submission. They purchase the control. The architecture of the empire is written on the soul. You survive the design, then you inherit the room. From the edge of the shadow to the center of the boom, yeah. Look at the pattern, it repeats across the map. Patriarchy sets the snare, calls the cage a lap. The expectation is silence, the currency is youth. Traded in the back rooms, ignoring the bitter truth. The old men buy the futures of the ones who haven't bloomed. In every generation, the same demographic is consumed. She escaped the transaction, became the architect of her fate. Now she wields the very power that was meant to subjugate. This is the oldest blueprint in the history of power. Building a throne from the seeds of a stolen flower. They sell the quiet submission. They purchase the control. The architecture of the empire is written on the soul. You survive the design, then you inherit the room. From the edge of the shadow to the center of the boom. You change the tenant, but the building still stands. A survivor in the palace with the pen in her hands. If she leaves the door locked behind her, the structure remains intact. Just a brand new landlord, and that's a historical fact. The real power isn't surviving the old abuse. It's making sure the next generation cuts the noose. We celebrate the exception to avoid facing the rule. The one who gets away makes us feel less cruel. But if the blueprint isn't altered, if the zoning stays the same, then we just swapped out the pieces in a centuries old game. She has the pen, now she's drafting the decree. Let's see if the new building sets everybody free. Look at the schematics. You can't renovate a prison into a home. You have to tear it down to the dirt.